Hey guys, what's going on? Adam from Adam Olson Fitness. I'm here with Amy Back
Hi.
at Amy Back Fit. We're here at Adam Olson Fitness, and we're going to go over a video on mechanical bracing today. We did another one on diaphragmatic bracing. You can check that one out if you want. You can scroll back through our library and look at that one. This one is specifically on mechanical bracing, completely different concept. So in this, we're just going to go over the difference of movements that have mechanical bracing versus non-mechanical bracing and the benefits of bracing. So first, why do we brace? So you would brace in a situation where if I were standing, for example, like this with my arms out and someone is running in at me and I'm trying to stop them, if I don't have anything to brace me and they run into my arms, they are most likely going to knock me back off my feet. A first example of a mechanical brace would be to put my foot back and get myself in a braced stance using my leg as a post to then offer me some assistance. Even still, if someone's running in at me, they still may knock me back because I could be braced even better. So if I had a wall behind me and then I put my arms out or put my foot into that wall is going to offer me support, where if some pressure or a person or a thing is moving in at me and I have to resist, I'm not going to go back any further than that wall behind me, which offers me the option to push back into that thing because I have such a strong resistance behind me. I can drive more force forward into the object in front of me. So why this matters for training is our purpose in training is to drive as much force, tension, and torque through our joints, ligaments, tendons, and muscles in order to create a result, in order to get hypertrophy and create more gains in the gym. So in this situation, an example we're going to give is a fly. I'm sure you've seen plenty of people in the gym, and you yourself may have tried to do a cable fly, and you find yourself wrestling with the cables in order to get into position, and then you're resisting into the weight, and while your muscles may be strong enough to fly that weight, you might find that your stance or your posture that you're holding yourself in is not strong enough to keep you there while you are trying to do this. So instead of having to fight against the weight, we're going to offer you a braced solution, which will help you get more out of the movement so you can drive more energy through the muscles that you're trying to work. So if Amy is going to step here, I'm going to come over here a little bit, and she's going to do a fly, she has a post, which is her leg, and she's bracing with her back foot, but she still has to deal with the resistance of the cable. So as this gets heavier and heavier and heavy for her, she's going to have to try to maintain this posture while keeping the movement going to get the most out of the exercise. So Amy's doing a good job here with the movement, but we can offer a mechanical brace. So in this example, we're going to use this bench. We have a plate here set up in front of our free motion machine so that the bench doesn't move. So the bench is now braced, and Amy is going to sit here in the bench. I'll hand her the cable on this side, and give her this one. And now she's able to actually use her feet, brace into this pad that's not going to go anywhere, and she can really focus on just the movement itself, so she can drive more force, torque, tension through the joints, muscles, ligaments, tendons that we are working in order to get the best desired result. And really she can focus more on just this and not really her stance at all. She doesn't have to worry about that.
It's definitely easier.
The braced position. So we're going to move to another part of the gym. We're going to show you another example of mechanical bracing in order to help you maximize what you're trying to do. Okay guys, we're back. We'll move to another part of the gym so we can show you another version of mechanical bracing. In this one, we're going to show you the bent over barbell row versus the bent over or the braced barbell row or the braced row. This is a braced row machine. So normally, if you're doing a barbell row, you're going to bend over, knees slightly bent, feet together or wide, whatever you feel your personal preference is. Spine is straight. You're going to grab your bar, and you're going to be rowing straight up and all the way down. The benefit to this, obviously, is a great straight movement, but you are putting a lot of strain on the lower erectors while you're trying to maintain this position, especially as the load gets heavier and heavier and heavier. Your rowing muscles, your traps, your erectors, your lats, your teres major and minor, all of those muscles may be able to hold and row much heavier weight than your erectors, your lower erectors, are able to support for long periods of time. So enter the braced machine, where it takes all that pressure off the low back, and you really don't have to focus on any of that lower stability as much, and you can really just focus on the form of the movement. Amy's going to demonstrate the brace row. She basically is working specifically what she wants to do, and she doesn't really have to focus on the lower half, the lower extremities, and what the erectors of the low back can tolerate for long periods of time, especially when the load increases. So this really helps you drive all of that energy through the muscles that you want to work, and not focus on so much on the support structures that are keeping you in that position. We're going to move to one more example where it's going to be a little bit more just using your body against itself, and is a very common thing that we see in gyms all the time. So we'll be right back. Okay guys, we're back in another part of the gym. We're going to show you one more movement. We're going to look at the bicep concentration curl. People have been doing this exercise forever. A couple small nuances make a world of difference. Usually we see people execute this. When people execute this incorrectly, they're driving their elbow into their quad or their thigh. And you see a lot of people pushing the bone, the hard part of their bone, into their muscle. And they're doing, a curl movement like this. All right. Now normally, I guess they're moving their arm okay. But what we really want to focus on is creating a nice brace and also not digging the hard, pointy part of our elbow into our musculature. So instead, we're going to put the meat of our tricep against the meat of our quadricep, and we're going to allow our arms to come to a fully elongated state. All right, and then we can curl all the way up. And if you want to get a little bit of extra supination at the top and drive that pinky inward, you can get a little bit more peak in the bicep here, and then allow your arm to come all the way down. But this allows you to frame yourself with your other hand against your leg and really drive pressure into this arm, and this arm is now pushing into your quad. And if you're really struggling, it allows you to really squeeze and create nice frames using your own mechanics and having a nice mechanical brace while you're trying to create that curl and drive that tension into that bicep. Obviously you don't want to rock or swing the weight up or any of that stuff. You really want to just let the levers and the mechanics that you're working do their job, instead of trying to cheat yourself and doing stuff like this or whatever kind of stuff that you normally would see people do. So you want to really try to create that nice brace using the tricep against the quad. Amy was demonstrating over here while I was explaining. We notice how Amy's arm now is nice and straight at the bottom. She's using a nice frame here on her knee. She's got her tricep braced against her quad. Her arm is becoming fully elongated at the bottom, getting that fully stretched range, and then she's curling all the way up to the top without moving the elbow away, without shifting, rocking back and forth, and she's just really driving that tension exactly where she wants it and letting the muscles do their job. So these are 3 examples of mechanical bracing. There's all types of ways that you can brace. You can use different angles on machines. You can use machines in different ways. You can lean into an inclined bench if you want to get a different type of brace or a different type of row, or if you don't have a braced row, you can just use an inclined bench if you have a 0 to 90 bench at your gym or anything like that. So these are just some examples. I'm sure you can find a myriad of them on other YouTube channels, or you can just ask us here in the comment section if you're trying to do a certain exercise and you don't have that piece of equipment in your gym. Feel free to drop us a comment. If you want to reach out to me or Amy, you can find me at Adam Olson Fitness on Facebook and Instagram, and Amy at AmyBackFit on Facebook and Instagram, or you can just drop a comment in the comment section here. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the video. Helps us get the information out to other people that are interested in this type of stuff. So thanks again for watching, and hopefully we'll see you guys again here soon.